Well, a very good evening and welcome back to the WEETANGERA Auction Centre for another live stream auction. It is 6 o'clock Thursday the 25th of June, and I'll tell you what, I think we've saved the very best to last this evening for what has been simply described as a stunning family proposition in one of the most sought after locations. Of course, I refer to 12 Harcourt Street in WEETANGERA. My name is Alec Brown, an absolute pleasure to be here as your auctioneer, but most importantly on behalf of our selling agents, Mr. Treston Bamber and Robert Darcy. They've of course been greeting you at the opens, giving you that extra encouragement about what makes this home so special over the course of the campaign. It's on their behalf, as well as the team from WEETANGERA, that I first of all thank our sellers for the immaculate presentation we find the home in. It's great to have you all tuning in, and to the interested buyers being safely on the phone from home, I do wish you the very best with your bidding this evening. Now, I know Treston and Rob, they've eagerly impressed you by providing you all the relevant documentation to ensure your satisfaction and, in fact, confidence in the property. First and foremost, our contract of sale, a fairly standard ACT, Law Society document which legally identifies the unexpired term of the lease for Block 11, Section 42 in the division of WEETANGERA. The prescribed terms within exactly as you would expect. It's a cash and unconditional sale. There are no listed restrictions on the transfer of the title. We offer the property vacant possession. There'll be no illusions regarding the inclusions. What you see there on that front page is what you get. Now, GST is, of course, not applicable to the price you pay. Settlement, well, that's been nominated within 30 days from today's date, and a standard 10% deposit is your required tender at the completion of the auction. Of course, all of that said, if you've made any changes, though, to these details, any alterations or amendments that are approved by Treston or Rob, you bid with absolute confidence on that basis. Underpinning tonight's proceedings, like always, of course, are the ACT terms and conditions of auction. Widely distributed, it can be done just once and only ever at a level below the reserve price. Your participation by way of bidding is subject to having registered first, and it's on the assumption, of course, that you're buying on your own behalf. And we'll note that all entities, all people that are bidding, we've cited the registration, the approval to do so, and all complies. I can decide the amount or the increment by which the bidding advances, and also may choose to refuse any bid. In the very unlikely event of a dispute or discrepancy, my role will be to adjudicate. I'll be the sole arbiter. My decision will be final. Now, providing we're above the exceptionally realistic reserve price that has been set at the strike of the gavel and screaming of sold, the obligation to the fortuitous purchaser amongst you will be to complete that contract immediately at the conclusion of the sale. If instructed, we will be doing that on your behalf, as well as paying the nominated deposit. No further bids, no late offers will be considered, however, once the sale's been declared. So, look, like I always say, I first of all recommend that you would bid. Then, of course, make sure you're my highest bidder, and providing we're above the reserve price, you will be the buyer. The balance of any other terms or conditions I take as being read and understood. Well, it's practically the quintessential Australian dream of what we offer here tonight. That's some quarter-acre block that people search for. A sprawling position here in a sought-after location. 1,082 prime square metres of terra firma is what you see here, and the improvements right throughout are certainly an appealing option. When you look at the property itself, 160 square metres of versatile living for the whole family there, the 4 bedrooms, the ensuite, but probably most impressive as well is the car accommodation that comes with it. Up to 6 cars amply provided there, with 117 square metres of combined car accommodation there between the oversized garage and that additional carport. That's bigger than most 3-bedroom homes in the region, so for that alone it should be really spiking your curiosity, your interest. Inside and out, this is presented to please, be it the manicured gardens, that stunning green lawn towards the rear, the alfresco entertaining, or those gorgeous period features like the parquetry floors just welcoming you home. Not a cent to spend once you've purchased it. Simply move in, relax and enjoy, or simply know in the future, if you were to extend, renovate or alter, what will come back will be nothing short of a tidy profit indeed. So bidders, buyers, you've seen it, you've loved it. This is your chance now to own it. I call for opening bids for offers. Where do we see it start? Who says go?
820.
Bidder number 2 at 820 and straight out of the gate. 850 and bidder number 3 upping the ante straight away at 850. I look for 860, maybe a 10 on the rise. Do we say
870?
870 with bidder number 2. Going strong now at 870. Bidder number 2 and back in front. 2 in the race though. Plenty of other interest. Another 20, so 870, 890 with you. Bidder number 3 at 890. Maybe we square the ledger at 9. Can I say at $890,000? 900 back in front. Bidder number 2. Just the 2 bidders having all the fun though. Plenty of other interest right here and now at $900,000. 920 still going strong there, but number 3, 920 in front. Do we say maybe 940 on the rise? Do we match the 20, even the stride there at $920,000, fairly bid and offered? Any further?
930.
930. We go in 10s at 930,000, bid number 2 and back in front at 930 at $930,000. Good property is always hard fought for. Be reassured by the interest here and now at $930,000. Any further advances quickly now? First call at $930,000. I bid it away for the second time at 930. An absolute screaming start here. The interest in a home like this certainly does not surprise. Third time then at 930. Buyers quickly then need to know the big decision. We come back in for another 10.
940.
940. Welcome in your interest with bidder number 4 at $940,000. Well bid at 940. 3 in it now with plenty of other people waiting in the wings. I wouldn't wait too long though for a home like this. They're hard to find. They're hard to come by at $940,000.
942.
42. I couldn't have picked the increment, but it's got you in front by only the slenderest of margins. Bidder number 2 at 942. Maybe go to 950. That psychological level, edge out your competition perhaps. 942,000 current bid and offer. Any advances now on 942 with bidder number 2? I look for
945.
945. Bidder number 4 back in the fray at 945. Upping it by $3,000 at 945. Do we match the stride or go for the extra 5 to bring it up to 9.5? But at $945,000 is the current bid. The interest in the property is strong. The quality of the inclusions and the locations, well, they speak for themselves. 947 with bidder number 2, persistent in the $2,000 increments, but I thank you for it. At $947,000, can I say $950,000? Surely it's there. First time at $947,000. Second time of calling away at $947,000. Have you given it your all? Have you really made sure you've left nothing?
949.
949. You go in 2000 still with bidder number 4 at $949,000. Of course, opening the door there for the rest of you to come in at 950 if you'd like.
950.
950 with bidder number 2. And taking the suggestion well, you're back in front at 950,000. And just to confirm, Treston's making it abundantly clear it is on the market and selling here for the want of another bid. No late bids, no late offers. We turn the corner. You cannot turn back on the decision now at $950,000 to be sold. Is there any further advances now?
951.
951. Bid number 4 and back in front. The tussle for home ownership continues at $951,000. Bidder 4 in front.
953.
53. Still going in those 2s, and I thank you for it. Bid number 2 at $953,000. 953 is here. Do we say anything further at $953,000? Exceptional parcel of land, quality neighbourhood, excellent location.
54.
54 with bidder number 4, meant to be perhaps at $954,000. Bidder 4 in front, leading the charge.
955.
55. Nick of time there with bidder number 2 at 955. At 955.
56.
56 we have, 56, and I thank you. Bidder number 4 and back in front, 56. Bidder 2, it's against you now. At 956 is the call. Any advances now? Look at everything on offer. You've dreamt about it. Your chance now to own it at 956. There's the level. Be reassured by the interest here today at 956,000. I give you a quick moment of contemplation and consideration. Now is not the time for hesitation. I call it away. First time at $956,000. Bidder 4 in front. Second call at 956.
958.
958, bidder number 2. Upping the ante back into the 2,000 increments, and I thank you for it at 958. Do we say 960 in retort? At 958.
959.
959. Can't blame you for trying, but I welcome in the bid at 959. At 959. Looking good for it too at 959,000. Quality property, excellent numbers through the inspections. Just imagine the next decade, 2, 3 or 4 in a location like this. Any advances now? Give you a quick moment to contemplate, to really reevaluate everything in front of you now. $958,000 is the bid. I look for 960 perhaps. 58 is the call. Bid number 2, do we come back in? At 958,000, it's that need to know moment. I call it away once. Second time. Understood, Tristan, just want to confirm my instructions here. Maybe just double check in with our bidders. 958,000, bidder 4 in front. We come back in for just one more. I look for 960.
960.
60's there with bid number 2. We go there. Very well bid at 960,000. 960 and in front. Bidder number 4, it's against you now at 960,000.
Yeah, 960, right.
It's a big decision maker. I can appreciate it though. You ask a neighbour, they'll reassure you the quality of the position here.
Another one.
961 with bidder number 4 at 961,000. End the search now. Put forward your best offer to make the dream a reality at $961,000. I can appreciate it has moved quick. Certainly when you look around the neighbourhood, they don't last long here. It's that need to know moment though. I look for bidder number 2. Do you participate further or do you let it go? At 961,000, bidder number 4 in front. We count it down to be sold. First time at $961,000. Any further advances? Otherwise it will be too late. There's no further bidding. Once we say sold, it goes twice at 961. Third, final time.
962.
962. Back in for the 1,000 at 962. Suggestion, the recommendation goes something a little bit stronger than the thousands to edge out the competition. 63 and fair enough. Bid number 4 and back in front. 63 the call. 963 is the mark, is the measure. We move northwards now surely at 963,000. Bidder 2 against you. I look for anything more at 963. Winning bid and offer once.
965.
965 up in the ante. Well bid at 965. 965 the current call. Bidder 4 against you now. 2 quality buyers, only 1 quality home. It's hard to separate you, I know, but at the moment it is there at 965. We go something a little bit stronger, maybe 970 to end the search, to begin the dream as of 30 days or thereabouts in your settlement terms. 965, I call it once. We go it twice at 965.
67 here.
67, 967 back in front, bidder number 4 at 967. Good bid at 967 the call. Bidder 2. Over to you, your decision please, at $967,000. The master with the walk-in robe and of course the ensuite. The wonderful variation of living spaces, the alfresco, it is all here and now. At $967,000. Anything further to go? Once. I bid it twice then at 967. Do we come back in for just one more? Give it your absolute all. That's all I ask for. I do appreciate your interest. I do appreciate it is a big decision to make, but it's one you'll be smiling from ear to ear in a location like this. Third time of calling at $967,000. Understood. I just need to give Tristan just one quick moment. We confirm with everybody just to be absolutely certain. Is there anything further to go? I need to know. 967 is the current bid, the current offer.
967 500.
67 and a half. Hard to be outdone by the only $500 increment there at 967 $500. I can't blame you for loving it that
68
much.
here.
68 straight back at 968. Confident bidding. Gain confidence from their momentum at 968,000. 968. Ben needs to know. Have that quick conversation now. I'd love to give you more time, but we are here and now. The decision is clear. We sell. At $968,000, going once at 968. Second time of calling, and it looks like bidder 2 is out, leaving it all for bidder number 4. I wish you well. Third and final time to be sold quickly now. It is going. It is going. It is. sold a bit of number 4. Congratulations, very, very well bought. To our underbidders, we sincerely thank you for your participation. We'll do our utmost best to try and find you another property just like it. On behalf of our selling agents, Mr. Treston Bamber, of course, Robert Darcy, I thank you for tuning in. Congratulations to our successful seller and purchaser. If you have any questions about the current market, about how we can help, please log in, have a bit of a chat to anyone from Ray White Canberra. We'd love to have a bit of a chat. Otherwise, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you at the next live stream auction.